What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. It's been, what, a whole 24 hours since part 1 aired here on the channel. Today I got part 2 for you with our look at the new handmade lineup from Don Juan. If you have missed or haven't seen part 1 covering the matte cream, go ahead and take a look at that. You should absolutely check that out. But here we are today. Where did I put it? Right here. We're here today finishing up part 2 with a look at the all-new Don Juan Handmade styling clay. This is the scoop. Alright, so yes, today we are covering the styling clay, and before you ask, I got answers to 2 big questions. The first one, yes, this was made by Flagship, and no, this is not a rebranded or reused formula from anything. It's not any old Don Juan stuff, it's not any old Flagship stuff. This is a brand new formula made by Cody Branson of Flagship for Don Juan for their handmade line. You know, everything that we talked about yesterday still applies as well, except for it's not the matte cream. It's a styling clay. It's a totally different product, which is why I wanted to give it its own video. And on top of that, I never quite understand why people automatically assume that when something like this comes out for a brand that it's a reused formula. I mean, I saw that asked somewhere, you know, is this just a reused formula, or is this just like one of the Dead Sea clay or the Meteor clay or something just reused? I mean, when a company like Don Juan wants something like this created, they go to somebody. They either go to a lab, or in this case, they went to a home brewer, and they say, I want a good clay created. You know, they don't go to them and say, you know, hey, why don't you just reuse one of your old formulas? Or hey, why don't we just reuse something you're already using? You know, that's okay. They don't say that. They want something good, made, new, fresh. That's what we're dealing with here today. And that's really what makes it super exciting for me. It's a new clay. It's got a lot of stuff going on in there. There's a lot of possibilities as far as styles go. So let's dive right into it, starting with some specs. According to the brand, the new Don Juan handcrafted styling clay is a water-based pliable clay that offers a medium hold and neutral matte finish. Naturally, it's designed for texture and volume, and like its counterpart, the matte cream, it too comes in a 4-ounce jar for that awesome price tag of $14 shipped in the US. Looking inside the jar here, we're met with a typical clay, I'd say. Pretty typical there. It's creamy at first glance, it comes out super slick, and it breaks down in the hand really without much issue at all. As I do break it down, I don't feel a ton of stickiness and dryness, but I do see some, so I think we're headed in the right direction there. But now it's time to put this to work. Of course, I'm using dry hair here, no pre-stylers, no anything like that. I'm not using damp here because that would just harden up and then you wouldn't see those awesome clays at work. After applying the first scoop into my dry hair, I do have to say my suspicions were confirmed that it is very much present, but it is lightweight. I kind of had an inkling from the scoop that it was gonna be lightweight like that because it was pretty light in the hand, not too much stickiness, a little bit was present. So I had kind of a feeling it was gonna be pretty lightweight, and that's definitely what we have here. After adding in the second and even third scoop, I am finally getting to that point that I feel like I can get some control here. Again, it's extremely lightweight, so more product was needed for me, but once that is applied, it's much drier, which leads to a ton of texture, volume, and I do know that the light kind of makes it look like it's got a little bit of a gleam there, but I think that's just my lights. I've looked at it really closely. It is nice, dry, and matte, and really the final style there is something that I'm pretty happy with. Let's keep this rolling with the endurance here. This is about 4 hours in. I see a bit of deflating going on there up top. Maybe some of the air has been let out, but the texture is still going strong. It's still looking great. And for something that's this lightweight, it's really something that it's holding up, and we can see that going into 8 hours as well. I think it looks like more air has been let out. Probably some of the hold has evaporated, but again, we are talking about 8 hours here, and I do think it still has some of the power left because as you can see here, moving it around and reshaping, we see some of that life come back into the style. Moving on now to the washout. For me, this one was super easy. It was super easy to describe. water rinse, straight up water rinse, just water, that's it. It's such a lightweight product that it basically just fell out of my hair, you know, when I applied water to it. It pretty much just washed straight out, which is pretty nice. The scent here, you know, yesterday's scent was a barbershop scent on the matte cream. This one here is not barbershop. It's a completely different scent. It's, I forget the name of it. It's like something breeze, ocean breeze, or something like that. Hopefully I'm not wrong, because that'd be weird, but it's not a barbershop scent. It's, I don't even know how to describe it. You know, my nose is so messed up here. It's light, it's fresh. I think that's why I keep thinking it said ocean, because it is kind of like a fresh scent. It's not too overbearing. It actually, oh, I'm struggling to keep up with my breath here because it does aggravate my allergies, but everything does. Everything aggravates my allergies, so please don't take that as a negative. You know, that's just me. That's how I'm built. But it is stronger in the jar than it is in my hair, so that was what made it tolerable for me and my allergies, was the fact that it wasn't extremely strong and dominant in my hair. I didn't really get too many whiffs of it. It's in my hair right now, actually. As you can see, I did kind of like a high part today, which was a new style for this one. It worked out really well, and I don't actually get a whiff of the scent there, which is good for me and my stupid nose. But as you can probably tell, as you can probably gather, you know, from this review versus the one yesterday, I'm a lot happier with the styling clay than I was with the matte cream. I'm not trying to bash on the matte cream or turn anyone off from trying that. I mean, after all, there are things that the matte cream has that the styling cream doesn't. You know, that super great hold that just goes and goes and goes. This one, you know, it has hold. It has really good hold, but it's lighter weight, so it can give off the impression that it's lighter in hold when it's actually not. I mean, it's not a heavy, obviously. It's not, you know, super heavy in the hair or anything like that, but it does offer really good hold while being lightweight. So it's kind of like a looser hold and a more natural hold, which is really no small feat if you think about it. Now, obviously, folks with thinner hair or straight hair are really going to benefit from this product. I think it's really going to help give you guys a lot of texture, a lot of volume, things like that, without weighing the hair down, which is what you guys with finer hair or straighter hair want. For you guys with thick hair, there's some help in there for you guys as well. The only thing that concerns me for folks in that category, the thick hair category, is ones who need a great big ton of presence and hold. This one is lighter weight, and for some people with thick hair, that might not cut it. That might not fit the bill. But for those that can get away with it, like my hair, I have zero doubt that you're going to enjoy this clay as much as I did. I mean, really, when you break it down, it's got great styling, great texture, great volume, fairly nice endurance. I'll concede on that one probably, because it did deflate a little bit, but it did kind of round back out with that restyle. So, you know, take that for what you will. It had a really nice washout, and finally, it's a fantastic price. $14 like its counterpart, and that includes shipping in the US. I mean, that's a fantastic price. Homebrewed product, 4 ounces, 14 bucks. That's just great in my opinion. And if you'd like to check out the Don Juan styling clay, or even the Don Juan matte cream, or any of the other Don Juan products, a link will be in the description there for you guys to check out if you're interested. Don't forget to also like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's a huge help. We're almost to that 25K giveaway. Hit the button, we're almost there, we're getting super close. I actually started finalizing prizes for that giveaway today, so I'm trying to get as many things together. I mean, it really should be pretty cool. We're gonna drop a lot of stuff, so hit that button if you have not already. And actually, I'm not done slinging content this week either, so I've got another one on the way for you guys. Turn on those notifications, keep those eyes peeled, and until then, take it easy. I'll see you next time.